Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have 17, our chapter. This is, by the way, the final episode of this quarter, and I have a brand new list to select from that is strangely, I think, one item longer than last quarter's. I'll get to that in a minute, but this is a docu-series, 4 parts, each of them are about 48 minutes long each or so, and it talks about the band in what might be their final chapter in this form. I don't think they necessarily know how that will change going into this. I mean, there's a lot of contemplation, there's a lot of internal thought about where they've come from, how hard they worked, and where they're going next. There's a lot of that, and it's not really just a thing for us them to just do for themselves and have a camera pointed at them as they do it, as they prepare for their tour of happy birthday. It's their 10th anniversary. At that point, this is from 2025, but at the time this was filmed, I believe it was 2023, 24 ish. And they were doing a full tour of a lot of different countries and cities, including here in Los Angeles, right in downtown, and New York City. You get to see a number of different places, Tokyo, a number of different spots where they are traveling to perform for audiences that love them around the world. So, do I know much about 17? No, I do not. I watched one other piece of content from them that's on Disney Plus. I can't even remember what it's called. 17. It was Follow Again. Yeah, there's only one other thing. Follow Again. So yeah, I watched that. This is the other one. But yeah, they're a K-pop group out of obviously South Korea and not North Korea. I don't know what kind of K-pop groups you'd get out of North Korea. That just doesn't seem like that would be a thing. Yeah, anyway, South Korea. So yeah, these guys, I wish I could tell you all 13 of their names. Yes, there's 13 of them. In case you weren't sure, there they are, right there. There's a 13. And this is, honestly, this is made for the fans. Obviously, like I said, it's not really made for them just to be contemplative while a camera's pointing at them. No, they're trying to make content, but they want to make it honestly. At least that's the discussion that's had at the beginning. Do we want to dredge up all of our past, any conflicts, any issues, any struggles we've had, or do we just want to give them something that is fun, that shows them what we enjoy, what we do, how we feel? Yeah, there's all this stuff. And again, for the devoted fans of 17, you want to see anything they give you. Excuse me. They want to give you. You want to see everything, especially if you have your favorite. Which one is it? Is it S.Coups or Hansu or Joshua? Joshua has a really good English-speaking voice. I don't know where he's from. It's a very non-Korean name. Maybe he's from the United States, but he has a very good American accent. Again, for all I know, he is American and Korean. So, Korean American. You don't know. But so yeah, in this case though, it's them talking about themselves, what's going on inside their heads, what they want to do musically, what they have done musically, and how they feel about each other. There's lots of brotherly love in this, and honestly, I don't know what the other 3 episodes. I only watched one. I don't know what the other 3 episodes really hold when it comes to content, but you figure, the way it is with America, we seem to want to dredge up all sorts of juicy conflicts and things like that. In this, they're all really cool with each other. Yeah, sure, I'm sure they have butted heads. When you have brothers and you have 12 other ones in addition to yourself, you're gonna fight. It's a battle of egos, especially if you're an artistic performer. That's kind of goes with the baggage. I mean, it is the baggage. It is all the baggage. Ego, imposter syndrome, all this kind of stuff where you're like, am I getting the visibility? Did this person sort of steal my idea? What is it? Most of it's them sitting around, laughing, having a drink, eating lots of ramen and so many foods in the green room. So yeah, lots of Korean food. So yeah, and there's bits and pieces from their different performances at different places, including one that was on a bridge. like a bridge over a body of water. It's very wide, but everybody's spaced perfectly within barriers, and they're all waving their glow stick wand things. I don't know what they're called. I've had one in my hand, and I've waved it a few times, but that's not my thing. I don't think I've seen 17. There was a time when I would go to Anime Expo here in Los Angeles, and we would see shows right across the street from the convention center, and I've seen a number of Japanese groups and possibly Korean groups. I don't know. I've seen Hatsune Miku. That's a whole different thing. She's a hologram with a live band. Anyway, this K-pop group, you basically just get to see what it's like to be in a K-pop group with a bunch of guys and traveling the world, seeing the sights, singing your hits, and being loved by the crowds. It doesn't really get that much more complicated than that. Speaking of which, the reason why this is happening is one, they're celebrating their 10th anniversary, but it happens before, just at the time when they're about to enter into their military phase. Everybody in South Korea is required to enter and serve in the military for, I believe, a year. I could be wrong about the length of that. I don't know all the details. I know a number of different nations do that. Israel, I think, does that as well. But South Korea requires everybody to enlist and serve. And that's what all these guys who are essentially the same age, I guess, it sort of broke up the group for a time, for a year-ish, I'm guessing. And it's all about, and then they have to come back together. And I did do a little research as the episode was finishing. I was like, where are they now? What are they doing now? And it said that they have a brand new tour that is happening right now. Through, I think, from the end of 2025 into 2026. And it's the new tour. They are still at diminished. They started touring, but not with the entire 13. They do talk in this first episode about the original, like the core 13 or whatever. And as you know, when it comes to groups like this, regardless of, with BTS and everything else, all the other, I know one other group. Well, I know a few, but with all the different groups, whether the girl groups or guy groups, whatever it is, sometimes they, cycle in new people to fill in spots when some people quit. Or again, if they want to get out there on the road and do some more touring, I think recently they've been only working with 9. And one of the guys, I think, has also quit. So, yeah, 17 fans, you know this all more than I do. I do not know anything to the level you know. I am just relating what I watched and what I Googled just before getting in front of this camera. So, yeah, so they're not still fully back together again. Some might still be serving, and once that all comes back, maybe this might be your opportunity to see them as they were. It's the 13, the 13, 17. Are they called 17 because there might have been 17 at one point? Were there 17 guys on stage at once? That's a lot of guys to choreograph the singing and the dancing and the all the stuff that goes on the stage. That's just crazy. So anyway, yeah, if you're into this, yeah, absolutely, you've already watched this a dozen times. It's not even a question. If you have no idea who these people are, open yourself up to some different music. I don't think it's going to this is necessarily going to make you a fan, even if you would, be open to listening to their music. I would think you'd listen to their music first, and if you want to understand what they're all about, who they are, well, this will give you a hint as to who they are. Whether they are kind of curbing themselves, controlling themselves, censoring themselves when it comes to expressing who they are because a camera is on them. That's not unheard of. It's not a flaw, but it's a thing that people do when they're on camera. They are their best selves. It's it's what happens. But hopefully this is a good representation of who they are as artists, as human beings, and yeah, maybe something else in the future. On their own, together, who knows? All right, I think I've talked enough about them. So, Yeah, we're starting a new quarter tomorrow. This could be. I know I've done the count. I've added all the episodes. I've done the math. There's new stuff I know that's coming that is not in this list that I already have selected dates for, like the new Darth Maul. Well, sorry, not Darth Maul. Maul series is coming in a few days. We have a new Spider-Man movie coming, adding to Disney Plus. You can probably guess which one that might be, and it's happening in just a few weeks. No, it's not the new one that'll be in the theaters. The one before that. There's others that are coming that I'm sure we'll get Avatar in this time, and I believe that I'm going to make it all the way to August. All the way to D23 Expo, which I hope to be at. So we'll do an episode from there. That would be neat. I would like to do that. But we'll see. I don't know. So yeah, this next number we're going to pick is from a brand new list. Let's go. And I think we're out of 104, number 81, out of 104. Last quarter was 103. This one, 104. I really dug through a lot of the stuff that's in there, and I am selective. I don't include things from Hulu that are just directly courtesy of Hulu. With that titling, no. I don't have any ESPN stuff. 30 on 30 stuff. We did a few of those back in the early days, yeah. I've said no Lifetime movies, but some slipped in there. Not that I really wanted to, but they were there before I realized it, and I wasn't going to take them away. No ABC News things, like documentary kind of things. I mean, I could do those, but they're, I don't know. They're too timely that if I watched it 2-3 months from now, it's either going to be gone and replaced by something that is much more current, or is just irrelevant at this point. Trying to avoid that. Part of that is avoiding politics. I'm going to avoid new Shark stuff, although I think we're going to get new Shark stuff in August, so don't know. I'm coupling all the variant reality series into one, like Fixer Upper as like 5 different series. I'm going to watch one episode of Fixer Upper and mention the others. I don't need to watch all of them. There's only so much shiplap you can look at. Just, okay? And then I'm avoiding a lot of random shows from other networks that kind of got sucked into Disney Plus from, well, again, Lifetime, History, A&E, TLC, ID, and etc. However, I have gotten I selected a few interesting history and A&E stuff that I think, one, I won't mind watching. I'm trying to avoid as much. I don't want this to be just, hey, it's the last pile of reality TV shows on Disney Plus, and like nothing Disney. Like I just don't want to do that. And there are twice as many in the documentary reality TV show concert live performance type of stuff. Twice as much as there are movies, shorts, and scripted series combined for this quarter. So we're going to see a lot of documentaries and reality shows, as much as I do not want to, but I'm trying to be as complete as I can be. I don't think I'll ever be able to say that I've watched everything, but everything of note, let's just say. Everything Disney, I will definitely have watched. God, there's 21 reality TV shows out of 104. That's 1/5 of everything. So 81. We picked 81. What's that going to be? Okay. This is actually a thing from ABC, but not ABC News. This is, in order to help balance out all the documentaries and everything else, I wanted to put some more scripted series in here. And this does not say Hulu on it, although I'm sure it's also on Hulu. But it looked natively on Disney Plus, and there's a few of these. Some of them come and go on Hulu, but some of them come and go on Disney Plus and become locked to just Hulu. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to check to see if it got locked, since I made the list like the last night. We're going to be watching the first episode. I'm going to only want to watch one episode of these things, of Revenge. A lot of you know what that is. Some of you watch that. Again, or your moms did. I don't know. Or your big sister. I don't know. But I think I can't remember who's in it, but yeah, I think there's blonde people in it. I don't know. And there's Revenge, apparently. Revenge is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.